Hi everyone, this is my review for Dr. Becker's Real Food for Healthy Dogs and Cats, simple homemade food, and my whole process of what I feed my dog and cat, which is homemade raw food. And all the ingredients are all in here. It's a great book. It's recommended by an excellent veterinarian that's holistic. I switched to raw because my cat recently had, last year he had a urinary blockage, and it was a life-threatening illness where he couldn't pee out of his willy, basically. It was clogged, and long story short, they had to stick a catheter in him, get him on an IV, and squeeze the living bejesus out of that thing. So you can imagine how painful it was. He was just basically hospitalized overnight. It was quite the ordeal. They said he could have died, and said that most of the time this is caused by dry food and to switch to wet food. And ever since that happened, I got very worried about my pets and what I feed them. And after much research and trying to find the right brand and the right ingredients and going through all the controversy of what you should feed your dog and cat and the many opinions that come along with that from many accredited veterinarians that I'm sure are all great, even though I have different opinions, I decided on this. And I haven't had any health issues with my cat and dog. So far, my dog's never had health issues so far. And she's 1 now. The cat was 3 when it happened, and he's 4 now. And it's just been great. It saved me tons of money. I normally was spending for a dog, which is a mixed breed medium dog, and my chubby fat cat, I would say per month it was about almost $300 worth of really healthy food and treats. And in using this process, I've saved so much money. I mean, I definitely use only raw ingredients. Sometimes I get organic, sometimes I don't. I'll be brutally honest with you, but for 1 month for both cat and dog, it costs me about $150 for 2 meals a day that are made to their weight. So basically, it's been a lifesaver. It's quite the process, and it can be intimidating. However, it's worth it if you really want to take the route of homemade raw. So it tells you the ingredients for the vitamins for both cats and dogs. So you'll have to purchase all of these vitamins separately, and they tell you the brand and which ones are great. It's so easy. Here's my blend for the dog, which is almost gone, and the cat, who obviously doesn't eat as much as the dog, after I've ground it with this coffee grinder. And honestly, at first it costs a lot, but once you have your system down, you're pretty much good to go for 6 months worth of vitamins. And I also added, which is not in the book, this bladder support formula for urinary tract health, and I mix it in my cat's food as well. And so far, he has not had any issues ever since. And it's by Whiskers. It's a great brand. I think it's also owned by Dr. Becker, which I found out way later after I ordered it. So, quite the coincidence. This is what my frozen dog food looks like. I take it out about a day before I have to feed him, feed her. And this is my cat's, which is already thawed out, almost done. So I use a 1 pound, 16 ounce deli container that's airtight and holds about, I believe, 2 cups worth of food. And this is a 1/2 pound, 8 ounce container, which holds obviously just 1 cup. I like it because when you make the recipes, they're all measured in cups. So when you calculate the total amount of cups, you can actually calculate how many containers you're gonna need, and everything's organized perfectly. It's in, American imperial, I believe, units. So if you're from America, that's going to be really great. You don't have to do any conversions. And I love it. It's definitely a labor of love. It takes a lot more work when you're making food for your dogs and cats. And honestly, if you're trying to be preventative and you don't want your cat or dog to have any health issues later on, or find out whatever dog food company has actually been using some really messed up ingredients, then, you know, this is the way to go. And it's a lot cheaper than those homemade dog food subscriptions, which cost almost like $200 just for a week's worth of food, versus, you know, almost a little under $200 for a month and a half, depending on your pet size. So I highly recommend it. And I'll send you all the links to all these products below. It also requires that you have a meat grinder that can grind up bones. But again, if you don't want to do that and you want to take a step below, you can always buy your pre-ground meat and add bone meal. So it gives you the option of having the ones with bones in the recipes versus the ones without bones. So if you want to avoid having to grind meat in a grinder for bones, then that option is there for you. See, we have boneless beef. You just add beef meal, which has bone supplement, okay? And it tells you the mineral vitamin mix. But if you decide you want to do the bone-in one, you definitely have that option in there somewhere. Ha, chicken with bone-in organs. There you go. It tells you exactly what to do. It's perfect. You basically don't have to think. And so far, I haven't had any issues with calculating anything here. It helps if you have a food scale. So you'll need a food scale, which I'll put in the link. You'll need, I had to buy my own freezer for my dog and cat just for their food alone, because I don't want to have to do this every week. I like to do it once every other month or every month and a half. And so they have their own freezer with their own food all ready to go. I got that, and obviously the meat grinder and the vitamins in bulk. This vitamin grinder again, and whatever other supplements and products you'll need are all located in the book. What you don't have in the book, obviously, meat grinder, containers, and vitamin coffee grinder, aka vitamin grinder, and whatever additional supplements you want to mix into your loved one's food. But if you have any questions or any comments, please let me know. If you have other recommendations or things you don't like, please let me know. As you know, I'm an Amazon associate, and so obviously I earn from qualifying purchases, but honestly, I don't recommend anything that I myself wouldn't use or love. And I've been using this before I was an affiliate, and so I figured I might as well share the love with you and see what happens when people try it out and learn from them and make a community and learn from everybody's, you know, healthy steps to getting their pets towards a better life with wellness. Yeah, so I hope that helps. I hope everybody enjoys this video, and please like the video below and let me know with your comments. Bye.